Hey everyone, Spencer Thomason here for Project Southwest. In October 2020, I traveled out to Grundy, Virginia to attend the very first Elk Fest at Southern Gap Outdoor Adventure. On this episode of Checkin Out Southwest Virginia, I'll share with you some of my experiences at the fun and unique event. Southern Gap Elk Fest is a Buchanan County collaborative event held at Southern Gap Outdoor Adventure in Grundy, Virginia. The festival is held to celebrate Appalachian culture along with the reintroduction of elk to the county after they were hunted into extinction years ago. Elk Fest organizers say the event is a memorable experience for outdoors and wildlife enthusiasts, and it's perfect for visitors seeking a taste of authentic mountain heritage. There are tons of fun activities to take part in during the 4-day event, including guided tours of the best elk viewing locations in Buchanan County. I attended the final day of the festival and couldn't have asked for a more perfect Southwest Virginia day to document the festivities. When I arrived to Elk Fest, I was immediately blown away by the location. Nestled in the mountains of Southwest Virginia and located at the trailhead for the Spearhead Trails Coal Canyon ATV trail system, Southern Gap Outdoor Adventure is a campground that offers cabins, full hookup RV sites, and tent camping. There's also a 7,500 square foot visitor center with an observation deck and shops offering camping supplies, merchandise, and local arts and crafts. It was in the visitor center that I attended my first Elk Fest activity of the day, the turkey calling and elk bugling competition. Folks gathered in the visitor center to hear a brief explanation of the elk conservation effort in Virginia from Mike Roberts of the Ward Burton Wildlife Foundation.
The real reason this project occurred was that a lot of conservationists understood that elk were indigenous to this country. They were indigenous to Virginia. They were indigenous to most all of North America.
He gave a quick demonstration.
And sometimes it's just...
Now here's the real thing. I think that was pretty spot on. Then the competition began, with participants young and old showing off their turkey calling and elk bugling skills. After the competition, I went outside to check out some of the vendors that had set up for the event. There were local arts and crafts vendors, including this man who was doing wood engraving on the spot. There were plenty of food options available, and Down Home Spirits was there with a little something to help wash it all down. Later in the afternoon, I had to catch the stone toss and the tug-of-war skirmish. I felt like I was in the middle of a scene from Braveheart as I watched men, women, and children do their best to toss a heavy stone as far as they could. The Braveheart reference is fitting, as this region was heavily settled by the Scotch-Irish in the 18th century and is still home to a large population of Scotch-Irish descendants. After the stone toss, teams were formed to take part in the tug-of-war. There was even a team entirely made up of officers from the local police department. They put up a good fight, but in the end, their effort wasn't quite enough to take down this team of good old boys. I mentioned earlier that Southern Gap Outdoor Adventure is located right at the trailhead for the Spearhead Trails Coal Canyon ATV trail system. People were literally out riding the trails all day long. Of course, I couldn't help myself, so I hitched a ride with a trail ranger to explore the trails for a while. Check out the Coal Canyon episode of Take a Hike on Project Southwest to see more of my trail ride and to learn more about the trails. Finally, as the sun was just about to set, I went along on one of the guided elk tours put on by Southern Gap Adventures. Between 2012 and 2014, a total of 71 adult elk and 4 calves were relocated into Buchanan County. And now, in 2020, the herd is estimated to have reached a population of over 250 elk. Southern Gap Adventures offers seasonal guided tours of some of the best areas to view the elk herd, and I definitely wasn't disappointed. This was the very first Elk Fest, but organizers plan to continue the event annually. Check out the Southern Gap Adventures website and Facebook page for more information about next year's event. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, Project Southwest. I'm Spencer Thomason, and thanks for watching.